do. All right, so I'm doing a quick live here on the vertical stream with you guys. What I want to do, like I normally do, is give you a tip up front. I made a video about acting classes, a number of them, and one part of the short is going pretty viral, getting a lot of views. So I wanted to point something out that I may have left out of that video. One of the reasons, and this is a tip for all you new actors, one of the reasons you want to get into an live in-person acting class is because you get to network with other people, actors and actresses, who are also pursuing the same goal you are. And nothing beats that. Nothing beats working with other actors and actresses in person, all collaborating and working towards the same goal. It reinforces you. It reinforces your dream. It reinforces your goals. It reinforces the choices you've made, the decisions you've made to do this. Being in an in-person class and collaborating with other actors and the instructor in person, it can't be beat. It's a great feeling. It's a great experience that if you want to be an actor or actress and you want to make it in this business, then you need to have that at the beginning of your career and periodically through your career. That's why a lot of name actors, you'll hear about it, a lot of name actors who are successful go back and do stage because you get that camaraderie, that kinship, working with fellow actors in a play, working with fellow actors in a classroom, working with fellow actors, just rehearsing and working together towards that goal. People that understand you, people that have the same dream that you have. You're not constantly dealing with family and friends and people who have no interest in the business and don't respect the business. And that always gets to me. A lot of people that don't respect the acting business or don't take it seriously are the ones that are most hooked on television and films. It's so funny. It's so funny. They're junkies with the entertainment business, but they don't respect it or take it personally or think it's a viable career to try for, because it is difficult. It is difficult. And most of the people who enter into this realm don't become the top A-listers. Just like in any business. If you work in a office environment and you're a lawyer, there's only a few that are the cream of the crop that are on the top. If you are a doctor, there are only a few that are cream of the crop on the top. But there are still actors and actresses that make a living at this business. Everyone can't be Tom Cruise. Everyone can't be the tip top of the career ladder. But that doesn't mean that this isn't a viable career that you can pursue. That doesn't mean that this isn't a career that you could potentially make a living at, raise a family, spend your life working in this field. And again, the people who down it, who think it's not a good career choice or it's too risky, are the ones that watch television the most, that watch movies the most. It's so funny to me. I've noticed that all through my life. I've been an actor for 35, 40 years. I'm a character actor. You can look me up, jamesadamtucker, do a quick Google search, or better yet, go to my channel and you'll find out a lot of information about me. But over the years, I've talked to people and the first thing they say is, "Oh, what have you been in?" Like, you have to be a recognizable name to be an actor. That's not true. Most actors are you don't recognize their names. Maybe you'll know their face when you see them. Even that case, a lot of actors who've been in the business for 30, 40, 50 years, you don't know their names, but they still make a decent living. They still do good work. It's a viable career choice. Not easy, very difficult, very competitive, ups and downs, ups and downs. But if this is something you want to do, being in a class at the very beginning of your career or throughout your career, but mainly at the beginning of your career with other actors that are pursuing the same goal you pursuing, can't be beat. Work with actors and actresses in your class, network with them outside of the class. That's one thing that I didn't do enough, and I wanted to tell you about it. Network. Find a way to network with people, face to face, not just online. Build some kind of group, build a relationship, build a group of people who are friends, who are all working towards that same goal. It's difficult because sometimes actors are isolated people, but You need to have a core group of friends who understand what you're going through, who can identify with what you're trying to do, the goals you're trying to reach, people you can relate to. So again, get into an in-person class, not just online. I'm not talking about these virtual classes. They're okay, but nothing. They don't compare to being in a real classroom with fellow actors, instructor, being in that environment, moving through them, doing scenes in person, you sitting in the audience watching your fellow actors do those scenes. You comment to them after they get off. You guys talk about what you're doing, how you're working on it, share techniques, share skills, share the experience. It can't be beat. So try to find an in-person class wherever you live, no matter where you live. There should be some type of program, acting program that you can get into. Do your research though. I always say that. Do your research. Find people who have taken the class. Find people who say this is a good class. Let me take a sip of water real quick. Find people who have taken the class that say, yeah, this instructor is good. Yeah, this class is worth it. Get some recommendations. But find a group, a class. Form your own group. That's something that you can do also. Form your own little group where you guys do scenes, where you guys rehearse. I've made a lot of videos. You'll find them on my channel talking about the technology today, where you can take your cell phone. You guys can shoot scenes. You can review the scenes. You can see how you can do better. And these scenes don't have to go anywhere. These scenes don't have to be put on the internet. They don't have to be put here on YouTube. They are for you to learn. And we have the technology, as they used to say in the Bionic Man. A lot of you don't remember that reference. It was a television show. We have the technology. But you have the technology, and you can actually shoot and edit. For the iPhone, Premiere just came out with a new app where you can do basic editing on your iPhone. Supposedly they're working on it for the Android. It's free. Shoot a little scene, edit it together, review it, see how you did. How can you do it better? How can I make my performance better? Build yourself a core group. Again, get into a class, work with fellow actors and actresses, and share the journey. That's my tip for the day. So I'm about to go out on a road trip with my wife and my grandson. We're just going to go to a little museum out in Orange County. But I'm going to still be checking in with you guys later on today, probably this evening. I'm going to be creating content for the channel. I always do that. Bring my laptop with me. I'm always staying on top of my channel. And I also have clients that I work with. So whenever I go away, I always have to bring my laptop because sometimes clients will need something posted. I manage a government website, and I have to stay on top of that. So for a small city in Georgia. So that's one of my biggest clients. I have a bunch of small clients. I do web stuff to create content, but YouTube, you guys are my primary client right now. Things are going in the right direction for me. I'll ask you to do me a favor. Go to my channel, look at some of my playlists, and watch some of the content. That's how you can help me out. I appreciate that. I've been getting a lot of subscribers, and I'm moving towards my goal of becoming monetized. The watch hours are the killer right now. But I have a lot of content that you guys can take a look at. I'm creating more humorous content. I was in talks with someone I'm working with now about creating some music-related shows here on YouTube on my channel. So I'm collaborating a lot, reaching out to people. And if you're in the California area, feel free to get my email. Shoot me an email. I love to collaborate, even if it's remotely. So that's something that we can work on. Yeah, and YouTube just came out with a new feature where they're initiating collaborations between content creators. So that's something I've been investigating. I haven't found an avenue for it yet, but I'm going to investigate that. So again, I'm going to stop by, probably check in with you guys later this evening. And I appreciate all your help. I appreciate all you guys who've subscribed to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Only you can continue to help me build this channel. I appreciate it. So I will see you guys probably later this evening, or if not, definitely in the morning. But I'm going to continue to add new content. I just put up a bunch of shorts too. You'll probably see those floating around in your shorts feed. I just released them. Usually what I try to do is get them ready so I can release some in the morning. I do a lot of shorts, and the purpose of my shorts, I know you see them a lot. The purpose of my shorts are to lead you to my channel so you can see the longer video that short is associated with. That's usually what I do. I've been putting that up, and I plan to create more standalone humorous shorts. Something I'm working on. Um, that's another avenue that I'm developing, and I'm going to probably start doing some on my own. I work with been in talks with a lot of people, but things are moving slowly, and I don't like to move slow. I don't like to move slow. That's why I love this here on YouTube. I can jump right on here like this live feed. I think of an idea that I want to talk to you guys about. I jump right on and boom, I'm doing it. So that's what I love about it. No gatekeepers, nobody that I have to convince whether I should get on and talk about this. I don't have to run it past anyone. I just get on here and talk to you guys. So that's what I really enjoy about this. I'm going to keep doing it. And my goal too with these, which I've been living up to, I'm really proud of myself. I've been giving you a tip at the top of each vertical short. So today's tip was about getting into an acting class. Do it. I know you may be nervous if you're brand new. Could be expensive. Look into community colleges. Community colleges, their programs are cheap. Sign up for the program and just take the acting courses. You know, that's a relatively cheap way to do it. Learning annexes. And again, if you're tight on budget, you don't have any money, form your own group. Form your own group and share, meet. You guys can meet in each other's living room and run scenes, do monologues, tape them, look at them, critique them. But that's a second choice, I would say, or in addition to being in an acting class. That's where you can find the members that you can work with. Again, make sure you consider this and make sure you try to do it, because you learn so much. You learn so much. You're putting yourself in a situation like that. You're forcing yourself to prepare scenes outside of class, because when you come to class, you're supposed to have the scene memorized so that you and the actor can get up on stage and do it, and the teacher can critique you. So you're putting yourself in a situation where you can't slack off, where you're going to be ready for auditions if they do come in. You're going to be ready for an interview with an agent or a manager if that does happen. So take it serious. If this is something you want to do, take it serious. And don't listen to the naysayers. You're going to get a lot of them. Through your whole career, you're going to get a lot of them. But a lot of it is because people don't like risk takers. A lot of people want to play it safe. Most people play it safe. And I always tell people, most people have to play it safe or we wouldn't have a society. Everybody can't be in the entertainment business. Everybody can't be an actor. Everybody can't be a singer. Everybody can't be a dancer. Everybody can't be a football player, a baseball player, a hockey player. Some people have to go to normal jobs. Most people have to go to normal jobs, or we wouldn't have a society. But if you decide to take that risk that you want to be in the creative field, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. It's a risk. Open your eyes and realize that this is a risk, because you might not make it, but you only have one life. You only have one life, and it goes by just like that. It goes by just like that. Take it from an old guy. It's not going to last forever. If you have something that you're passionate about, that you want to pursue, do it. Do it. Don't just sit back and think about it. Make a little action plan. That's something I'm going to do some videos about. Because I used to work for a guy who his name was Jay Taylor, and I used to create videos for him. And he taught kids about making a plan, making goals. A lot of kids don't get that from their parents because their parents never did it. So that's something that I want to talk about too. I talk about acting, directing, and editing. So my talking about making goals and plans is going to be heavily swayed towards what I talk about all the time, acting, directing, and editing. But it can be used in any field. It can be used in any career. It can be used in any life. You need to plan. Don't just wing it. Don't just go along with the stream and let life take you where it will. Make a plan. That's what successful people do. There's no big secret about people who are successful. They have goals, they set goals, and they try to work towards those goals. So you can do it too. You just gotta make those plans. Think about what you want and think about how to get there. But I'm gonna do a detailed video on that. So I'm gonna wrap up now. I'll see you again maybe this evening. I'll jump on. I love being here on Vertical Live with you guys, but I don't want to make it too long so that you start swiping away. But I will see you later. Thanks for stopping by.